On the sidelines of COP27, while we are still in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, and witnessing the different activities and meetings of head of delegations here at COP27, we're really honored, and it's a great pleasure to have with us His Excellency Laszio Palkovics. He's the Minister of Technology and Industry in Hungary. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us here at the news sector and at Nile TV International. We are talking COP27, definitely a very significant COP for Egypt. It has been really dynamic here and high time to move from vision to implementation. We've been in partnership with Hungary vis-a-vis fighting climate change, and lots of activities has been done.
Yes, definitely. Last time when I was in Egypt, it was in June actually, and then I visited several ministries, among others Transportation Ministry, where Hungary delivers the railway coaches to Hungary. That's also one step towards the climate impact reduction. Instead of the cars on the road, we are using railway, and also we have been talking about the cooperation in the field of renewable energy sources. Definitely Egypt is going to play a very important role in the future just because of the geographical location and also the weather conditions. I think that Egypt is one of the most promising place in North of Africa to produce green energies, in Egypt, but also export it to other countries. So I think that the ideas what we all had at that time, Hungary also contributes a little bit to this. I think that goes in the right direction, and I think that the COP27 is the right place to talk about that.
Yes, definitely. We're talking also climate tech here. At COP27, technology is definitely the future, and Egypt has been moving fast towards digitalization and also green economy. And I guess that this is featuring high on the agenda of discussions.
Absolutely. You mentioned technology. I'm an engineer, worked 20 years in the industry, and as an untypical politician, of course we can talk about future targets, we can set targets for how to green the environment, but basically the final thing is the implementation. And I think that this COP27, what we are doing now, that this is the right time when we need to say that, okay, we have already defined the targets, we all know what to do, but now start with the implementation. And the implementation means technology. So when I'm asked why don't we have in Hungary Environment Ministry or Circular Economy Ministry, because at final end it will be all technology. How to deploy the targets to technological solutions, how to balance the grid, how to develop the electric grid, how to implement storage technologies like batteries or other technologies, how to use this technology for greening the industries, like for example steel industries or cement industries. These are all technologies, and I think that, and that's why I'm glad to hear here as well. That's what we are doing in Hungary. So deploy always our ideas into projects. Project means it has a start, it has an end, it has a budget, and there are people who are responsible for that. We also made our energy transition plan in Hungary. It's not as easy as in Egypt because we are a landlocked country in the center of Europe. So we need, and also the country is not very big. So we need to generate our energy differently. And I think that this different way means green sources, so wind, solar, geothermal energies, biogas, biomethane. So these are all solutions which requires technology, but the good thing is that all this technology is there. So we are not talking about space technologies which will come in 50 years, but all the technologies what we need to implement in order to reach the targets of the COP27. These are technologies what we have. We need to have the money and we need to have the willingness. We need to decide, and this is the responsibility of the governments. Let us stop the talking and try to make the implementation.
Yes, definitely, from vision to action. This is actually the slogan. We're talking implementation, and this is what is really important here, where we have stakeholders, think tanks, the youth, the representatives of the civil society organizations, all working hand in hand in order to achieve action. We are in need of action. Your Excellency, talking technology and concerning Egyptian-Hungarian relations, there has been a sense of partnership between both countries in that respect, in the field of technology and also in the field of industry. The sky is always the limit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly like this. Egypt and Hungary has a long-term relationship in different fields. In Egypt, I might not pronounce it correctly, but Magyar Hungary means actually the railway, or the rail, because Hungary used to deliver rails already several decades ago. Also in the field of automotive industry, we have very good relationships. My mentor, when I was reading for my PhD, came from Egypt, so he was Egyptian scientist in Hungary as well. And now we are exploring the new opportunities to cooperate in the field of the renewable energy sources. I think that we already have the opportunity to establish and build solar power plants in Egypt. Hungarian companies are doing that, but we are going to continue with the hydrogen. The hydrogen is one of the energy source, and from our point of view, one of the storage substance where we can store the renewable energies when we are not going to use them. Here Egypt has really outstanding opportunities, but now it needs to turn into realization. Realization means as well that we need to also deliver somehow this, well, either liquid or gasified sources towards Europe. We need to build a pipeline. We need to build the electric lines as well, that Egypt can also contribute to the European energy environment. And frankly speaking, Egypt is the country in north of Africa who has the best opportunities, just because of the traditions what we have, also the technological development level in Egypt, and also the vicinity. So I think that Egypt is a very good partner for that.
Yes, definitely there are lots of incentives that Egypt is providing for investors, and giving lots of incentives is definitely reflected on the investment climate and also in the field of industries. How about in the investors' eye, in Hungarian investors' eye? How do they see the investment climate in Egypt? Definitely we have also lots of developmental projects in the new republic, and Hungary is a great friend and supporter and a partner in that respect.
Definitely, besides what we have already mentioned, the energy and renewable energy sources investments, we have other opportunities as well. When I was here in June, we have been elaborating on new fields, for example, defense industry. Egypt, during the last decades, has built up a very high level defense industry. Hungary is doing the same, but we need to have technological partners. So that's why we also initiated discussions and visits to Hungary, that what is our demand, how can we contribute to the Egyptian industry of the defense, and how the Egyptian companies can come to Hungary and contribute to our success. So this is also something new. We also agreed that industry always means education, always means research as well. We also elaborating the opportunities that how can we cooperate in the field of research and development in the automotive industry, where we have also a few things commonly, but also in the defense industry.
Yes, it's a cup of implementation, from vision to implementation. We're talking also here education, we're talking the sense of awareness. And the youth, we can see the youth here in organization. Egypt is investing in the youth. And definitely ambassadors of the youth as ambassadors of climate change. How do you see this, Your Excellency, the role of the youth vis-a-vis decision making and taking action on climate change?
Actually, I'm already almost 60, so what we are building, we are not building it for us anymore, but we are building it for your generation, for the younger generation. And that's why it is very important that this will not remain always on the political sentence level, but and not only on our age, but we also involve the younger generation. So we try to do that. We have also different initiatives in Hungary. We started an initiative that young students, really young ones, so between 6 and 10, they write a letter to the decision makers, to us, and making some proposals. We got almost 600 of this kind of letters. I'm going to answer some of those. Actually, we need to take their opinion seriously, because we are talking about their future, and of course it can be done via the education. But education means not only to develop this attitude to be responsible for the environment, to be responsible for the future, but education means also technological education at universities, at vocational institutions. There also we have many opportunities to cooperate with Egyptian universities. Egypt has a very well developed university system. Large universities are here. I think that we have all the opportunities that we can elaborate it as well.
Yes, it's a cup of opportunities, COP27. It's a cup of chances for working for the future generations. And as we have discussed with His Excellency, that the sky is always the limit. We're talking action, we're talking implementation, all hands on. We're talking with this sense of togetherness, because with this sense of togetherness, we can definitely achieve change. Your Excellency, a final message on your behalf from the mother of the world as we attend COP. What would you say?
Well, this is our responsibility now that we need to start the actions. As I mentioned, the decision makers, the politicians, we like to talk. But now time is over for talking. Time is over for planning. We know exactly what to do. We understand exactly the technology, the implications. We have also the financial funding for that. So now we need to act, and we need to act now.
I thank you very much, Your Excellency, Laszlo Palkovics.
Thank you very much, Rita.
Hungarian Minister of Technology and Industry, for being with us here exclusively on Nile TV International and at the Egyptian television. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was His Excellency, the Hungarian Minister of Technology and Industry, Palkovics, talking COP27 and highlighting the strong partnership between Egypt and Hungary. Long live our relations and forward ever. And still continue our coverage here, bringing you the beat from COP27, from vision to implementation at Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt.